Most people in California live in cities with roads that look like this. But this city, with a population of just 13,000 people, is rethinking who roads are for and designing them to be more walkable and bike-friendly.
Welcome to Emeryville, California, a city in the Bay Area that is reducing its reliance on cars. This is pleasant, like this little greenway here that we're biking through right now. I feel like we're in Amsterdam or something.
Emeryville is a city wedged between Oakland and Berkeley, right on the eastern front of the Bay Bridge, which leads right into San Francisco.
Emeryville is kind of this perfect pocket placed in like the middle of the Bay where you can easily get to the city, you can easily get to Berkeley, you can easily get to Oakland. And if you have to, you can, go out to the suburbs or even to Sonoma and Napa.
Only 1 square mile in size, it's got an extremely dense urban core as the daytime population balloons to more than 40,000 people between employees and visitors, according to their current mayor, John Bowders.
We have a significant amount of economic activity going on in our city, but also just people movement. With limited amount of space in a 1 square mile city, you have to be really innovative about how you move people.
But Emeryville's transformation into a California outlier for pedestrians and cyclists didn't just happen overnight. It's a process with roots that go back decades. Digging around old city records, the earliest evidence I found of Emeryville's major commitment to building transportation infrastructure that was less car-centric was from 25 years ago. In 1998, the city created a bicycle and pedestrian plan and reported conditions at the time for walking that were promising, but conditions for biking that needed major work. Over the last decade, Emeryville has continued building upon the ideas laid out in that 1998 plan, first with an updated plan adopted in 2012, and today with an active transportation plan that was published in 2022.
I am a cyclist, and I mean, as you've observed, I walk to the grocery store, for example, and I find what Emeryville has done really inspires me to do that more.
We mostly walk. Emeryville's not very big,
place.
so you could hypothetically walk all of Emeryville. We bike a lot because there's the Greenway, the Emeryville Greenway, and that connects you to core parts of Berkeley. It's so convenient.
The Emeryville Greenway is a linear park and bicycle pedestrian path. It was built on what were old railroad lines that connected Oakland, Berkeley, and San Francisco from 1903 to 1960.
It's just a beautifully designed path that both pedestrians and bikers can actually share together. In a very urban setting, you have apartment buildings, condos, and you've got trees lining it too. This is not something that you normally see here in California.
I think it's very helpful because we have a small dog, and so crossing the street, finding places for her to just enjoy herself is very important for us too. And so having this walking path makes it a lot easier and more accessible.
I think it adds to the community vibe a bit as well, and it kind of connects different parts of Emeryville. And then, it just gives us a place to kind of be active and take our dog around as well.
Yeah.
I am sitting here at Pelledew Park, which is a connector and stop here on the Emeryville Greenway. And as you can see, there's plenty of space to walk, there's plenty of space to bike, as well as spaces to sit down and enjoy a nice day out. There's even a ping pong table behind me here.
During the pandemic, Emeryville also converted car-centric roads into slow streets. Roads designed to prioritize walking and biking.
So Doyle Street, yes, we're on Doyle now. This used to be a street that cars could pass through, but as you can see, they put pylons here, barricades, obstacles to prevent cars from riding down the street. So now this street is only for bicycles and pedestrians.
Basically, everything that we need is within walking or biking distance, at least chore-wise, right?
We also go to the movie theaters. We just walk over there.
Bay
Trader
Street's just down the
Joe's.
road.
So about like in that 1 mile radius, we have a lot of options.
Walking from Emeryville's more residential areas to its more commercial zones like Bay Street is possible today thanks to the construction of the South Bayfront Bridge.
This is where you can see the intentionality of design here in Emeryville. As we cross this bridge, and here we are pulling up to Bay Street. This bridge just opened, I think, late last year.
So correction to me there, actually. The bridge opened to the public in late 2021 after years of construction delays. Plans to build it date back to Emeryville's general plan in the 1980s.
I wish cities could be designed this way. More cities, I should say. People actually outside, children outside.
I love Emeryville. Like I tell people that actually pretty consistently.
There's a bunch of developing tech industries that are here. We always see new parks kind of popping up as well. So that's always in development, which is really nice. So yeah, it's been perfect for a young professional type of lifestyle.
It's very urbanist because it's so walkable and so bike friendly. Like you don't have to drive if you don't want to. And you don't necessarily have to leave Emeryville for anything if you wanted to, go out for dinner, go see a movie, go shopping. It's just this perfect little pocket.
Emeryville's transformation into a utopia for urbanists is far from finished. But as you've seen in this video, there's a lot they're doing that's unique from the Bay Area as well as the rest of the United States. So with that said, do you think cities like Emeryville represent the future of urban living in America? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. My name is John Santiago if you're new around here. I am the host of this YouTube channel, World of Nuance. I tell stories about people and places all around the world. Make sure to subscribe for more content. Another way you can support the channel is to share the video with a friend. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.